run the Shane Gillis on every podcast. So
the one or the two?
One.
The one. Nice, yeah.
You remember JD from the bow shop?
Vaguely.
The younger guy. I was talking to him a bit. Yeah. So JD, I got him to sell his old bow with a ham ski on it in the.
Oh, nice. Okay.
For like $1,100, bro.
Not bad deal.
I negotiated the fuck out of it for him.
Nice. Yes, that's not a bad deal at all.
No, not a bad deal.
Intro?
Me?
Yeah.
I can do the intro.
You can do the intro. It's your bear hunt.
It's my bear hunt.
Yeah, do the intro. Run it.
All right. Are we still? Did you already start recording again?
Of course.
Motherfucker.
I like that though. It makes you more casual.
I know, but it's like a running thing where I have no idea when we're starting and we're going.
I'm gonna get a button. Like I'm just gonna sit it here and we're just gonna push a button, and it'll be like.
I dig it.
He's okay.
All right. Welcome to the Hunt Swifty podcast. I'm joined today by my co-host Swifty, as well as Brad from Prey Pursuit. This episode we're going to be kind of covering over a bear scout / attempt at hunt trip that we just went on this past weekend. And so follow along. We got some. Oh, my sunglasses are still on. Sick. I'm running the Shane Gillis look today, for sure. But me and Brad went on a endeavor of an early spring bear hunt, and we definitely got some war stories out of it. Not successful as to be kind of expected, but we had a good time, and we're gonna just kind of recap that, talk about the gear we used, the equipment we used, and just the normal bullshit that comes along with this podcast.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right, Brad, you want to give a little introduction? Tell everyone what Prey Pursuit is.
Yeah. So I'm the host of Prey Pursuit, another podcast that I just started as well. Pretty early on stages still. Don't have all this fancy technology. That's all running right here. But
yeah, we have a pretty, I would say, good setup. Little shout. What company did you have do our mics?
Sweetwater.
See.
Oh no, these are mic plates.
Mic plates.
You can see them on this mic the best.
Yeah. Give a little love to the new mic plates we got.
Yeah.
Getting fancier. We have a little less bare bones looking studio now.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
We got some decorations.
Few decorations. I'm trying to convince Swift to throw up that mountain goat mount he has up in his living room.
It'd look great.
We'll
see. Put it where the bow is. So it's looking at the camera.
Yeah. I have some taxidermy or euros I can maybe bring.
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like some antlers or something like that.
Okay.
Make it look a little pretty of our own accomplishments.
Yeah, well, while we're talking about it, we're gonna this whole wall is gonna be gonna be painted black.
Black.
And then a logo is gonna be painted in the middle of it.
Perfect.
And then this wall, I can't remember what color it's getting painted, but it's getting painted.
Yep. Are you doing that yourself or
fuck me?
I'll do it.
You want to do it?
I'll do it.
All right.
I like painting noise.
Okay.
It's not a bad job. Once you do the prep work, it's easy.
I see. That's the part I don't like.
Yeah. All you do is just tape up the outlets, get it all good, all nice and pretty.
That's a boring part, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, if you just do this one wall, it's gonna be.
Yeah, but yeah.
There's a lot of logistics.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah. Anyway, Brad, continue. Sorry about that.
No, you're all good. So really, I'm just trying to get into backcountry hunting, and that's where this bear trip really started. I was talking with Quentin, and he said he was planning it for opening weekend, out here in Montana. Yeah, kind of. But didn't turn out totally how we planned it, which is totally fine. Still got a lot of good experience and understanding on what's going on in the backcountry.
Yeah, do you want to give a little background on your hunting background?
Yeah, I grew up in Wisconsin, so a lot of whitetail hunting, pheasant hunting, and then moved out here for college and started duck hunting pretty full time. And now I'm just trying to expand from there and get into big game. Nice.
Oh, and you want to talk about some successes you've had in the past?
Yeah, Quinn actually helped me get my first muley 2 falls ago, so 2023. Very nice.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Good time.
It was awesome. So do you guys know each other from school?
I met him through my ex.
Got it.
And we became buddies. Little complicated past, but we kind of made that connection through her, and then as that faded away, we're like, yo, let's hang out. We're still friends. Why not?
Nice. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So that's a little backstory. Because you talk about your career a little bit too?
Yeah, I'm a full-time welder.
Nice.
So I just do all this stuff on the side. And
Bravo.
I love it. So
It's a lot of fun.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I've been on 2 episodes of Prey Pursuit with him, and he just released episode 3 today.
yeah, part 1 of the bear hunt.
Part 1 of our infield podcast.
I was gonna say I listened to it. I liked how you guys did it like as you're moving locations.
Yeah, we have quite a few stories from that.
Okay.
We'll go over today. But yeah. So welcome, Brad. Thanks for coming. Thanks
welcome.
for spending your time.
Welcome to the dining room.
Yeah, the dining room.
It's honestly
That's
such a
amazing.
great setup. You guys can't see all of it, but
Oh,
it's a lot more than what I got going
it's
on.
beautiful. We took a little shot of ketone IQ
Yep.
before starting,
Yeah.
getting the mind right. I am drinking Mountain Ops right now
Mm-hmm.
because Swifty only had Mountain Ops, and I left my shit
shit.
here. Do you have wilderness out there?
I might.
Oh my!
I can go break into a freeze dried,
Freeze dry.
not freeze dried, but like vacuum sealed bag that I have for my bear hunt that I'm coming up on.
Oh, don't break into your. Me and Brad just went through that process. I'm literally have been eating vacuum sealed bagels for lunch
Oh yeah.
still because we didn't break into all the food,
Right.
which we'll get into. But anyway, Brad, you want to start us off? Give us a little rundown.
Yeah. So day 1, we got out there and immediately had to switch to plan B just because of the snow.
Yep.
So much snow. Didn't want to hike through it, and really just no chance to see bears up there. So plan B was actually right down the road, kind of around the
Nice.
corner. And yeah, it had better potential, a little less snow on the south facing sides. But yeah, how much did we hike that day?
So I'll kind of give a more in-depth from my perspective kind of view. So
Go for it.
we did a scouting trip into this one spot the week before. In 2 weeks before that, we were supposed to get 7-degree weather
Yeah.
on Friday.
Yeah.
That did not happen. We had a big snow system come in on Thursday. So immediately we had to readjust. We drove up this one road, looked up into this basin, and we're like, yeah, no, we have snowshoes, but there's nothing going to be out there. So we drove down the road another few miles to the same mountain range, and we hiked up this one valley floor to this hillside, about 1.5 miles with about 1,600 feet of climbing. And we started post-holing probably half a mile in. So if you don't know, mixing snow with a little bit of elevation climbing, no matter the distance, it's going to cook you.
It's not fun.
No. So we got up to this little like bird's nest, little knob ridge, built a fire and literally sat our asses down from 2 p.m. to 8:20 p.m. Just glass, took a nap, glassing, food, all that. Saw muleys, saw a turkey at 900 yards in the mountains. Pretty cool. And we proceeded to then walk down this ridge we had kind of skirted around on the climb up and look into if you think of it, there's 2 valleys. We spent the day looking to the left valley, and then we worked our way down and looked into the right valley the whole way down. So we didn't see a single thing, not a sign,
No signs at all.
nothing. And we from there kind of were like, okay, we're going to switch mountains. And then the debacles of day 2.
There's always a debacle.
So our grand plan for day 2 was, okay, let's go to this spot. The roads are closed. There's not going to be anyone out there. The only way you can get there fast is through bikes.
Nice.
So we
Stole some bikes.
scrambled that night, found 2 bikes. One of them was full size and normal. One of them was a youth bike, a youth mountain bike.
Nice.
We get there. There's some recreators. We talked to a ranch, like a ranch hand kind of thing, just patrolling the roads, make sure no one's trespassing, that kind of stuff. Talked to him, made sure everything was above board. We heard about this like resident group of grizzlies that they've been seeing. So we're like, okay, maybe we won't. Yeah. Got down to like 25, 30 pounds in the packs, just day pack setup, food, insulation, everything you can think of, rain gear. Oh, I'm getting it. But we biked like it's a 3.5, 4 mile track. Biked like a mile and a half, 2 miles up. And we look at the snow level after, well, I will say a lot of not fun climbing on a kid's bike. I had the kid's bike.
Yeah. I was blessed with the adult bike, and it helped me out a ton. I was way ahead of him.
Yeah, I was like struggling behind, like I'm like sucking wind. I'm like, bro, I thought I was conditioned. Like I trained for this. This is not what I trained for. My quads are on fire. My calves are on fire. And we get halfway and we look into this one valley that we were planning on hunting, and we just see a tree halfway submerged with snow. And we're like, we have another mile and a half of climbing, basically. Is it worth it? And we looked at that snow level and we said, hell no. No.
Yeah.
We called it Le Tour de Bruin after Le Tour de France.
No.
What?
Isn't there it's either a Stone Glacier or a Go Hunt film called Le Tour de Bruin?
There is?
I swear to God.
No
I'll have to
way.
do some research on that.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Well, we called it that. We didn't obviously aren't making a video about it because it was not really a thing.
I think it's a Go Hunt.
Is it? That might be why it's in my mind. But I was thinking about Le Tour de France. Let's do some research, make sure we're not stealing it. Holy shit. We call it Le Tour de Bruin, not Tour
For
de
sure.
Different.
So different.
Bruin. So we proceeded to turn around. We're like, okay, this isn't it. We ride all the way back, and then we drive up this canyon road, and we get to the next spot, which is about like 20, so 15 roughly, higher elevation. But the entire canyon walls all the way there just looked like snow was melting off. There's nothing.
Yeah, pretty prime.
Very prime. We have high hopes. We sit in the truck. The movie of choice was The Passion of the Christ. I've said it before, I'm Jewish. So I'm feeling pretty morally defeated. We had big plans with not a lot of fruit of our labor. And I made a deal with the universe saying that if we kill a bear tonight in this spot after watching Passion of the Christ, maybe I have to become Christian. That did not happen. The world wants me to be Jewish. For the jokes. For the memes.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, we climb. This road is closed. So all the access up to this road is just closed. All of it. And we climb like 3 miles up, see an elk herd, see deer, see moose tracks. Not a single bear. We glassed. We were there till dark. We glassed. We worked our way slowly. We were looking on the roads. We saw 2 things a sign the entire trip. One was at this like 30-mile mark where it looked about 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
Like, like crumbling gray. And then on our way back, we saw some fresher sign like within the day. And that's it. So we proceeded to be like, okay, there's a rainstorm coming in. There's a snow like predicted. Let's move to a different spot. So we moved to this other mountain range. Camped up there, got the hot tent all set up, got the pizza torrid all going. We had wet wood. So we're getting fucking smoked out. In the middle of the night, we're like, I'm like, bro, you have to open the tent. The tent. Oh my God. We're getting smoked out. My entire, like, everything smells like wet campfire.
Yeah, it's bad. Like my whole house right now, my apartment just smells like camp.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I washed my clothing and then I put everything else in the stuff sacks because I'm like, there's no reason not to. We proceed to have a decent night of sleep, minus a few coyotes and drunk teenagers partying their asses off till 5 in the morning.
Nice.
So we sleep, do a little pod in the tent, wake up in the morning, look at the snow levels, and we're like, fuck this. And we are like, okay, we'll go out to this next spot tonight. We go home. I hit the bed. I'm like, yo, I'm not moving.
Yeah, it's pretty game over once.
The second we hit a nice soft bed,
Say that's your mistake.
game over.
Yeah.
Dude. Absolute game over. And we kind of went and Brad was gonna go out by himself because I was like, yo, I'm sore. I have my friend over. Like I'm trying to sleep.
And it's Easter.
It's Easter. I wanted to go get. I had a invitation to go get a steak dinner and meet a brand new puppy.
Nice.
So I was like, I want to go bear hunt. This weekend has not been a great weekend for bear hunting. I'm gonna go meet a brand new little baby lab and eat a steak. So I was like, good luck. Brad takes a nap, wakes up at what time?
Like 7 p.m.
Yeah,
Sun's going down. I'm like, well, missed that chance, but
and that concludes the bear hunt. So we are calling it more of a bear scout
Sure.
hunt.
Yeah.
We just took the rifles for a walk. We did do some actual hunting. Didn't see anything. Kind of to be expected with the snow. But I have like I said before, I have a hunt planned in May. I'm going to be using that intel. Kind of. Oh, thanks, buddy. Licking my forearm. Getting after it.
some puppy love.
Puppy love. And just pressing his nose. Hey, buddy. But we kind of use it as intel, kind of looking at snow levels. We hunted good areas. Like we found wildflowers, we found berries, we found everything you would want in a bear spot. Just no bears.
Just no bears.
Just no bears. It's just
The most important part.
the most important part, yeah. So we were kind of thinking, we had this back and forth conversation the entire time. We're like, we're either bad hunters, very much could be the case, or the bears are just not moving and they're still asleep.
Yeah.
Which, with this cold snap, I wouldn't be surprised. It's early April. There just was like a foot of snow. It's going to snow again. They're not really moving around. And we kind of looked at the Montana local social medias, and only like one bear had been posted.
Yeah.
Of someone killing a bear. So it's like, and I did a little digging, a little snooping. I'm like, all right, this guy's based out of like Missoula.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's like north central Montana where that bear is killed. So
yeah, no. So I did a little snooping. I'm like, okay,
if it's the bear I'm thinking about, that you're like,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna dive into details, but
yeah,
I was like, okay, it doesn't seem like anyone. I heard someone killed a bear in the Bridgers on Tuesday, but it was 65 degrees, sunny, and it hadn't snowed in like 2 weeks. Thursday hits, shit hits.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a general recap. Any important points you want to kind of add in on that, Brad?
I mean, you covered the majority of it. I just love the experience, honestly, the bike ride. Even though it was all uphill for 2 miles.
Yeah,
Still a
the
fun
adult
experience.
bike.
Yeah. Yeah, we traded bikes for the last like 20 yards uphill. And I just quit right there. I'm like, no, this isn't worth it.
Yeah, I had huffed it up like 2 miles at that point, and I'm like, hey, let's switch for a bit. And I go up this little hill. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm feeling good now. And Brad looks at me and he's like,
It's not happening.
So that was the kind of overview of our spring bear attempt. Not a hunt, really.
it's a hunt.
It's a hunt. It's about a typical bear hunt.
You took rifles into the backcountry with the intention of killing something. I would call that a hunt.
I'd agree. We got scouting info.
Yeah.
We saw what was
100%.
blooming early. That's for sure. We kind of saw what the snow's doing. May 11th is when I start my real full week out there.
Nice.
So
Got a little bit of time.
yeah, I got another month to let it kind of sit. Hopefully get more melt. There's no way in hell, even if it doesn't melt, there's no way in hell those bears aren't moving. That's what we kept talking about. It's like bears could be sedentary, but there's a certain point where they need to start going.
Yeah, I would bet that probably this coming weekend they'll be out.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
I'll be in Colorado.
well, win some, lose some.
Win some, lose some. It's all right. I'm just saving my legs, saving my joints. Got a week-long hunt. I found I go out a high number of quantity for deer and elk. Like I'll go out every single day I possibly can for deer and elk, because you never know, especially with elk, they can move anywhere.
Oh yeah.
With bears, I really like to do like a few trips, like big trips, and like because I also do it based on the school schedule, where I'm doing 6 classes in the spring and 4 in the fall. So I don't have that amount of time where in the fall I have 5 days a week I can go out.
Yeah.
I have local spots where I can kill and go out.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a little bit more of a backcountry endeavor for bears. So I really try to section out where at least I get roughly about 10 to 14 days a year. Bear.
Nice.
Which I feel like is
It's a fair amount.
It's a fair amount. I will say it's not priority, but I loved it.
Yeah, it's fun. I think that's at least in my opinion, that's
another
what
hunt.
it is.
Yeah, it's type 2 fun.
Yeah.
Especially that trip. That trip was type 2 fun. Like I look back on it and smile and laugh. We had some good moments, but I was like, in the moment, just like,
Yeah. There's like no hope in sight, kind of.
yeah, we had no evidence that there was bears out. We got zero evidence except a social media post and 2-week-old shit.
Yeah,
And we went to areas where historically I know there's bears.
Yeah.
Like I know there's bears in
the mountains in Montana.
there. Well, it's these specific areas I've seen bears with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Like in May, where
Sure.
I'm like, I missed a bear at one of the spots last year. Like missed a bear with my rifle, so I know there's bears in there. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm going back out. Maybe you'll join me, Swift,
we'll see.
a day or two.
Going out this weekend. So
You are.
yeah,
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
we'll see.
You have a hunt plan like mile wise, or are you just kind of sending it?
Just kind of
Backcountry camp?
fucking around. Yeah,
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
getting
Well,
dropped off at a trailhead by a friend because you can't park overnight.
Good.
And figure it out from there.
Watch, Swifty's gonna kill off. Stop.
Nah.
That'd be awesome.
So I've never shot a bear because I'm looking for a very specific bear.
Can't be.
I want to kill a cinnamon faced black bear.
Oh, hell yeah.
Are you? What about blondes? You wouldn't shoot a.
No, I would shoot a blonde,
Yeah, yeah, come
but
on.
my grail bear is a cinnamon faced black bear.
Okay.
And that's
Size? You have a specific size?
bigger the better.
Like 5 foot plus?
Yeah.
Okay. What about like chocolate? Like not a
Just
like
do it for me.
a stud, like 6 foot chocolate
No.
waddler?
Nope.
Really?
Wow.
Nope. It's more about the color for me. Yeah. Which is like the way like elk hunting, mule deer hunting, antelope hunting. If something's smaller but it's weird looking, I'm all about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I'd shoot a 280 elk and pass on a 330 if it was fucking weird looking.
Like one of those unicorn ones with like this.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's
Or like half spike and then half like
I love a good junk sale.
Yeah.
I love some good junk
So-
on my antlers, but with bears, I would say my specifications, we kind of talked about this, me and Brad. I'll shoot any color, but each color determines, like, I'll shoot like a 5 foot blonde and I'll shoot like a 5 foot like cinnamon, but if
Mhm.
it's black, it has to be big.
yeah, that's fair.
And chocolate, it has to be big. I'll shoot any color, but definitely like it has to be big enough to justify it.
That's fair.
So like we were talking, I'm like, yeah, dude, if there's like a 4.9 foot jet black bear, Brad, you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard to judge, obviously.
Yeah.
But if it's like waddling, it's fat, it's heavy, and just like fucking do like rookie over here. Little waddler.
Yep.
But if it's
He's fast though.
oh, I'm sure it's
So are the bears.
yeah. But I was like, if it looks like it's wide and those ears are not big, like they're little like button ears, so you know it's a big head, I'll shoot it.
Fair.
That's my kind of metric.
Yeah, if it's legal, I'm shooting it.
Fair enough. I respect that.
Around is town.
I respect that. Dude, I wish we could shoot grizzlies. Awesome.
Maybe one day. Go Alaska. Bow
I was
hunt.
gonna say a fog. Fuck that.
Dude, that's my dream
I'm
hunt.
taking my 300 rum to a fog neck island.
I want to go bow hunt grizzlies on the mainland.
You can do that by yourself. Have fun.
I will.
I think I'm gonna try to go on moose hunt next year.
Really?
Yeah.
You going?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I would drive. And
Through
so
Canada?
yeah,
Bow hunt?
crossing no with a rifle. I know crossing the border into Canada with a rifle's a little. If I was thinking about that today, I'm like, But you can do it.
You can.
Yeah.
I was talking to
You just have to register the gun ahead of time, and you have to tell them exactly how much ammunition you're bringing with you.
Yeah, just be prepared.
Oh, I fully expect them to like go through my entire truck and all that shit. And I'm like, hey.
go ahead if you have one extra handgun around. But
Oh yeah. Which is why I would like borrow my mom or my dad's truck because there's so much ammunition just rolling around in the cab of my truck.
oh yeah, dude. I have a little pocket, like 7 mag, 6
Yep.
mag pierce.
Oh yeah.
Random.
Yep. there's so many handgun mags in there. It's like,
Yeah.
yikes.
Oh, Canada.
I love you, Canada, but fuck, come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's my question. The big question is, so this is your first backcountry hunt.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely.
What I saw photos of your gear list. What worked and what didn't work? What are you like? I need to upgrade this.
Tripod for sure. I'm
Yep.
using one of Quentin's old ones right now.
Amazon
Pretty
Essentials.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that would be like number one on the list for sure.
What would you
that
upgrade to?
Depends what my budget is at the time being.
Okay, fair enough.
Tricer.
Yeah, I loved it, but it's so damn expensive
Yeah,
just for a tripod.
$400 for the setup.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Well, the head was 99, so whatever. I don't know what the tripods are. going for.
300.
300. So yeah, $400.
$400.
Yeah.
Which
But that Revic head is nice.
I think is smooth.
Yeah.
So for reference, Swifty was very kind and let me use the Tracer AB tripod and with the Revic head and got a little dog attack.
Yeah.
That thing was the shit instead of that slick. It was light,
Yeah.
it was bigger, and it was so smooth on the
Mhm.
glass. Like we sat down, like I said, for hours and
Yeah.
I was comfortable using it the entire time.
And it works as a good movie stand in the tent.
Yeah.
Nice.
We put
Oh,
the
yeah.
Zulus up with the mag view and
Nice. Fuck yeah.
watch like the first 15 minutes of Wedding Crashes before falling asleep.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
But so tripod.
Tripod.
Good.
Big one was my handgun. I was
Okay.
just in a 9mm just because that's what I got.
Hey, if that's what you got, that's what you got.
Right.
What would be the 10 mil choice? Do you know?
No idea. I have to do some research.
What do you use?
Springfield.
Yeah, I use a Springfield XDM.
All right.
That's what I
Great
like.
gun.
Oh.
Fantastic.
How's that mic taste?
Yeah, Brad has his podcasting mics all kind of, you can see in camera. They do a little like clip on mics.
Not as fancy as yours.
Yeah, you know,
They
whatever,
work,
whatever works, man.
dude. They work in the field.
Yeah.
Well,
I just have a bunch of this shit sitting around, so.
But yeah, anyway, holster would be a big one because I had it positioned poorly. I have a Mystery Ranch Fair 280 backpack.
Okay.
And just I had it in the wrong position the whole time,
Sure.
aiming at my leg and all that. So
yeah, straight from
yeah,
Fair.
yeah. If
What kind of pistol was it?
hand me down from my grandpa.
Okay.
I have to work into it. Yeah, still working on like names and brands and whatnot.
Sure,
so,
fair.
for my whole gear list. Just getting into this, like I said.
No,
So,
no, I got you.
yeah. And
I ran a gun store, so.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
do you still work at Sporting?
Fuck no.
No,
You know, Brad used to work.
Did you?
I worked at the like checkout area with you back like
Wait, what?
2 years ago for 1 month. I worked there.
What?
Yeah, you and Rio.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
I barely remember.
Did you have
that.
your black hair at the time?
I think I was just coming out of that phase. I was in like brown hair phase then, but it was,
Wait, what?
So yeah, when I heard you
Was
were
this-
starting,
Was this pre or post me breaking my leg? Were you there
It
when?
was post, but like pretty recent. Like you were on
Okay.
crutches still.
Okay,
pretty sure.
okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I was so fucking hopped up on pain meds at that point. I was like,
Like
look,
that.
What happened with your sportsman's career? Just left?
Just left. Yeah, well, I moved home for like the summer and I was gonna come back that fall and then found another opportunity that paid a
Fair.
little bit better.
Yeah. Every opportunity.
Yeah. No discounts though, so wasn't
Yeah.
missing out on that.
eh,
But I didn't even work there long enough to get the discount. Just use your guys.
who was so? Was it was Dudley your boss? Will?
I don't. Maybe or a Matt. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no
So
idea.
long ago.
It was in
Small world after.
Dude, that's
Hot
wild.
Wheels. Hot Wheels was there still.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Years ago.
Yeah, dude, Rio. That's crazy. I still talk to Rio.
Yeah, I'll see him around town here.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's smart.
Rio's a good dude. I
Yeah.
love that guy. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah. So
All right, so pistol,
Pistol.
tripod.
Water bottle holder didn't work for me with my Mystery Ranch holster.
Man, it's almost like
It's like
you
a
should
slip
get
it.
a drifter.
Yeah.
oh, smart little add-in.
Yeah,
The drifter, dude.
drifter hydration.
I found my favorite way to use it.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. What I'll do is I'll pump it up, like
Yep.
use that little pump, and instead of doing like the free flow where you twist,
Mhm.
just do it like where you normally bite down.
Mhm.
Turn off the thing, and I'll just like perfect. Like the amount of pressure that you just have to bite it, and you can control.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it was like a picture perfect method, but I got like the right amount of water at the time.
Nice.
Instead
Okay.
of like that free flowing, which works really well for refilling things.
Yeah.
Just biting down, perfect.
Yeah, so that's definitely on the list to
Drifter.
get.
Well, we know some people.
We may or may not know that. May.
Yeah, no, the drifter guys are super fucking cool. They've been cool to us so far, so
Oh, yeah.
well, definitely.
Maybe you'll win our giveaway.
Yeah, giveaways.
So giveaway at?
Giveaway is gonna be it's a ways away. We're slowly chugging towards that number, but it's one of those packs. 5K initial ascent, drifter hydration, some other stuff may or may not be attached to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a legit giveaway.
What did we say? 1,000 on Instagram.
1,000 on Instagram.
Let's get them there.
1,000 on Instagram, and we end up giving away $1,000 worth of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Every dollar a follower.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We'll give away a bunch of shit the second we get to 1,000 on Instagram. So
That's the goal. Once we hit 1,000, we're giving away something cool. A
Yeah.
whole setup, like
a whole setup.
Like some of the shit that I want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be trying to get on that giveaway.
No optics. Just put that out there.
Yeah.
No optic. We're not that crazy. Maybe a tripod though.
Maybe a tripod.
Maybe.
Give away a tracer.
Yeah. Tricer.
Drifter
Drifter.
hydration,
Initial
full
ascent.
hydration, initial ascent backpack,
Go hunt jacket.
go hunt jacket. We can do the go hunt jacket, an atmosphere.
Getting that.
That's on my to-get list.
Yep.
Go hunt jacket.
Super sick.
Yeah.
So,
I think we
Brad,
said Storm Castle Gators
Storm Gators.
and a pair set of trekking poles.
Nice.
We're not going like Solitude, but
Yeah.
I wish. Dude, I want one. All right. So holster, water bottle holster. What else?
I'm trying to think. I don't. Besides like some basic gear that I borrowed from you, I don't think there's anything necessarily that I would change. I just gotta either break it in more or try it out more. Oh, sleeping pad. That's one.
Sleeping
Just
pad.
upgrade. Honestly,
That
cheap,
is
so-
that is.
I have
something
that
you spend
thermarest
spend
Yeah.
money on.
one.
That's the one that's blown up in there because again I'm going this weekend, so I inflate everything before I go
Yeah.
to make sure it's not fucked up. That thing is insane, and it's like double layered, so you can't pop it.
Is that a thermarest?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you run Tyvek underneath for a
Yep.
floorless shelter?
Yeah, I
Then
have
we do that too.
the Go Hunt Tyvek ground sheet.
Oh, you have the Go Home one? I just bought like the Amazon one. It's like
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, that branding cost me $30, but you know,
Dude, they just put out that little air pump.
Yep.
I got that thing for $20 on Amazon. They're selling it for 40.
I got one at Sportsman's a couple years ago for
Yeah, the
like,
flex tail.
yeah.
Those things are nice. I use that a lot.
Yep.
Anything else, Brad?
Not necessarily, no.
Any clothing items you want to get? Anything you're kind of looking?
Go hunt jacket, gators, just because I was borrowing Quentin's
Yep.
Stone Glacier ones. Besides that, nothing really off the top of the head.
Nice. Put a rifle used.
A 30-06 Remington 700.
Nice. Very nice.
OG.
Yeah. Great guns. Great caliber.
Mm-hmm.
You take your
7 Pearson.
your Alpine CT.
Alpine CT. Things. Titties.
Yeah, that's great gun.
The guys on Instagram love that in your videos I posted.
With what?
Your Alpine
I saw that
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
Wait,
Is that
so-
an Alpine CT?
Wait, someone posted. I don't know. Brad's been posting me on Prey Pursuits a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really worried that people are gonna think it's my thing, and it's not.
He's a great model.
What's cool?
It's got all the fucking cool gear too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am a trend follower.
Trend follower.
Yep.
Oh, so okay. Here's another question based on the podcast that we just did. Camo versus solids. Ooh. Are you a camo guy or are you a solids guy?
I guess it depends overall, but I'll go hunting in blue jeans.
Okay. It's
It comes
very,
down to
very
it.
Wisconsin of you.
Yeah.
What's your backcountry preference?
Yeah, let's break down what you took with you.
Yeah. I did all solids for this trip, mostly because Quentin was talking about ticks, and I hate ticks, and I don't want to deal with that.
Did
Fair.
not run into any ticks.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say there's a bit of snow up there that
Right.
you know may prevent them.
But just for down the line too, got solids. I'm probably switching to solids for now on while hunting out here at least.
Yep.
But obviously back in Wisconsin in the tree stand, rocking camo as much as I can.
What's your go-to pattern?
I like the looks of Bottomland, but I don't have it. I don't know.
I also like the looks of bottom.
You know what I saw the other day at the bow shop?
Hmm.
The new Virtue from Bowtech with Bottomland's limb. Magnesium riser.
Fuck yeah.
I have not considered buying a new bow more than when I looked at that bow.
Really?
It is the lightest bow I've ever felt. More so than carbon.
Hmm.
And it was in like a coyote brown riser with the limbs as Bottomlands.
That's actually pretty sick.
It's really sick.
I just bought a new bow and I don't even have it yet, man. Come on.
Yeah, I was very tempted. I was like $2,000. But I'm waiting. I gotta kill an elk with a bow before I get a new bow. That's the commitment.
I say that's fair.
Fair.
Go for a cow.
Go for a cow.
If it comes down to it.
I'm buying cow tags this year.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I had so many opportunities on cows that I could have just shot a cow.
How did you not have cow tag?
I knew that I would get caught up trying to shoot a cow, and I would miss. I did that 2 years ago, and I missed it. I like literally shot at a cow, and then a bull walked out. I do my 5 doe tags a year. I fill those,
Fill the freezer.
Yep.
and that's like my reserve.
Sure.
So I already have like a good setup where it's like, okay, 5 doe tags, my buck tag, my elk tag, and elk tag.
Fair.
And I filled all those tags this year.
Okay.
So it's attainable.
It is.
I did everything but my elk with a bow too.
Mhm.
All my doe tags, my buck tag, and my antelope tag with a bow. I just did not kill an elk with a bow, which
Mm.
is boom in the face.
Yeah.
Literally killed a mule deer with a bow, which people say is harder than killing an elk with a bow.
It's different.
It's very different.
I wouldn't say it's harder, but it's definitely different.
I would say it's a lot more stealth.
Because mule deer is superior animal. Everyone knows this.
Brady Miller over here.
Oh yeah. This is one thing that me and Brady definitely agree on.
I agree on him with bears.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Oh,
Bears are better than turkeys.
what?
Oh yeah. Easy.
Anyone that argues the other is an idiot.
Exactly. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh.
Well, one, it's a really good chance to check out and test all the new gear that you just got.
Yeah.
Like, make sure everything works. It's like, what do you need to upgrade between now and the fall?
Yeah.
And then, like, are you gonna fucking die? That's a really good check too.
Yeah. I think from my end, I only had like really 2 or 3 things I want to upgrade. But that's not even like all 3 of those things I want to upgrade are not applicable for my elk hunting style. So I'm not like
Fair.
they're only for bear. So one of them is my hot tent. I have a Luna 6 from Bear Paw Wilderness. It's definitely a 4-person tent. They call it a 6. But me and Brad fit in it bare.
With your
With the
stuff.
stove.
With the
With the
stove.
stove.
Yeah.
That is one piece I want to upgrade to a solitude.
Okay.
And besides that, tripod and spotter.
Fair.
But all 3 of those items on my end are stuff that I don't use open.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm running a bivy and no tripod, no
What, baby?
helium, the Outdoor Research helium bivy.
Yeah, I was
Dude.
thinking about getting one.
I love mine, but I've been in some sketchy ass situations with it. Like,
Awesome.
so I went to the spot, right? and it's like 6 miles back. Hunted a few days. Night 2, I'm like laying. It's brown. I'm in this like I'm laying down,
Mhm.
and I hear cracking all over.
Mm.
Remember, it's a bivvy, so it's like a coffin.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, there's a bear, because I'm in real grizzly country. Like, there's been attacks there frequently, and I'm laying out. I'm on the ground, and all of a sudden, I hear a fucking bugle 5 yards away from me, and there's an elk herd right next to me, and I think an elk herd's gonna stop all on top of me. Middle of the night. It's like 2 a.m.
You don't have to tell anyone that.
But I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm not in a tent. They will not see me. They will stomp on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally like am laying like at like my stomach to the ground, my pistol in my hand. I like unzip my bivvy and like pop my head out and turn on my headlamp. And there's like an elk herd right there, and they all just kind of scatter. And I'm like,
Nice.
if I didn't hear that bugle, they could have easily just walked on top of me, because I'm in this like little. So it's a lot of open area, but then there's this like thicket of aspens, and I'm in like the outskirts in this little bottom depression of the aspens,
Sure.
because it's the only flat spot. So I was also close to water, so I'm sleeping there. So the reality is, I'm really close to the elk. They were in this. There's like this hill, and then this fat timber bottom on the other side of the hill. They were there when I went to bed. They just came up. So that's the only time I've been like, okay, this is kind of sketchy. But the lightweight, I don't mind sleeping in a coffin. I just have to keep like the front of it open, because I get a little claustrophobic.
Sure.
But get some air in there and I'm fine.
I'm trying to get one of those for fall for sure.
For an archery elk setup, I think it is the best setup.
That and a tarp.
Yeah, I have the Stone Glacier tarp, but when it's nice out, I just want to like lay out and go to sleep.
Hmm.
So if I feel like there's rain or there's rain on the forecast, whatever, then I'll do the tarp. Just set up the trekking pole, little lean-to.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'll literally just throw it. I like throw the Tyvek first, and then I put the bivvy on top of the Tyvek.
Yeah. Keep everything together. Oh shit.
Yeah, so I do the Tyvek, bivvy, sleeping pad, pillow, sleeping bag. Put my gear on the Tyvek too, like right next to me. Good to go.
Fair.
So yeah,
It's not a bad way to do it.
no, super light.
Yeah.
And it was, even with like bringing a tripod and spotter last year, which I did not need to do.
Yeah.
It was like still like only 45 pounds.
Nice.
So this year I'm thinking my entire setup, water, food, sleep stuff, extra gear is going to be in the 30s.
I'm just feeling like this past deer season for me and duck season.
Yeah. Pretty rough duck season, right?
Very rough. I can count on 2 hands how many ducks I shot this past season. And
How many days you spend in the field?
every weekend I could. And then took some days off work too. So yeah,
It's a real hunter.
yeah. I didn't get much to show for it, but I don't know. I heard that with other duck hunters around that they didn't have.
Yeah, my
Who
roommate
else
had a
doesn't?
rough season as well.
Yeah.
The ducks.
But yeah, it's just feeling like that, a little bit of defeat, but I'm excited to get back out there in May for sure.
Heck yeah.
May's.
It'll be good. They'll be moving around.
I have a lot more hope for my May trip, especially because I have more time and zero commitments. Like I'm not worried about like getting ahead on homework because I'm done school.
Yep.
Oh yeah, speaking of school, I have a little update for you.
Uh-oh.
I will be in Bozeman for about 3 more years. This is the 1 more year.
Really?
So I this past week added in a second major.
Hell yeah.
So I'm doing marketing and management, and then I have 2 minors, one in econ, one in entrepreneurship, and a
Nice.
certificate leadership. So I'm gonna be done 2027, and then I'm getting my master's in an MSIM, which is Masters in System Information Management, which is like an advanced technology business degree.
Nice.
So that's about a year. So I'll be in Bozeman for sure for 3 more years. And then I was talking to the advisor, and they're trying to get an MBA program started up. So
Nice.
my goal is by the time I'm 26, I'll have 2 masters, 2 majors,
Oh,
2 minors.
Jesus
and a
Christ.
certificate.
Jesus Christ.
I want that money.
Well, fair enough, dude. That's awesome.
And a couple archery bowls.
And,
Yeah.
340 bulls on the wall.
I was talking to my parents. They're like, "Where do you want to go to grad school?" I'm like, "I will go to grad school anywhere I can get an over-the-counter archery elk tag." So that means Colorado.
Yep.
as a resident.
Yep.
Oregon and Montana.
You want to hunt rosies?
I don't mind hunting rosies. They're beautiful. I think they're gorgeous. But I'm saying, like, if I had to,
Sure.
I want to go to U of M purely to stay in Montana.
Yeah, fair enough.
For 2 years and then come back to Boston. But if I had to, I wouldn't mind living in Oregon. Go to the boat rack all the time.
I mean, I assume then U of O.
Yeah. I don't want to get over to you.
It's right there.
No, I don't feel like I would like Core Vegas.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean, Eugene's not that much better, but at least
That's why you live in Springfield.
that's why the Springfield's pretty gross
Can't
too.
man.
I mean, it's not a bad spot. I actually really think it's beautiful there. Oregon, I think, is 99% very beautiful
Mm-hmm.
and 1% Portland.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Portland is more than 1% of the state.
Yeah, but I love Oregon. I've been
I
to
do too.
Oregon a lot.
The coast? Oh, it's
Beautiful.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't been to the coast since an event in my life, but
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
one event that will probably not be repeated.
Fair.
That's
almost anything.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna delete this entire section. It's pissing me off
I did.
because I have 13 fucking deer points in this goddamn state, and they never give it to me.
Yeah, I did. Because I was like thinking, well, dude, the amount of hunting time I could put into a tag, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, I really thought I had a sure thing this year.
Oh yeah.
Because I know there's some big elk on the north side of that unit, and I have enough points where I was like, "Fuck, I really should be able to draw this unit."
What made it go to 100%, dude?
I don't. This year I know it was 100% of 0 points, and I assume next year's going to be 100% of 0 points.
Yeah.
Or I mean I know you have a couple points right for elk, and I have like 10.
Yeah. Okay.
So it should be at 1 point. You drew an elk tag though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You'll have 0 points.
I'll have 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting over. But also, it was my first year, so
that's fucking
rookie
Yeah.
luck, right?
yeah. Exactly.
All right. So back to the podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry for the little delay.
I'm just gonna bleep out every single unit that we just talked about, and they'll be like, then you guys can figure it out yourself.
So getting back into more asking about what you're kind of planning. What do you hope to achieve with Prey Pursuit? Because you've been working on that pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to document my own work with hunting and just keep me motivated through other people's entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Just keeping me.
Any memorable experiences out of it? Like going through your journey of content creation? Like, do you have any like standout moments like, oh, I think I want to keep doing this kind of thing?
I mean, the in the field type of streaming was fun, and I want to find a way to do it like where I can actually live stream it, and get more.
Starlink.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I got one if you ever want to borrow it. Just let me know.
How much is that monthly?
$165.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I kind of want to get a tablet for my truck.
So I didn't get the mini
Mhm.
because they bottlenecked the mini at 50 gigs. So I got the big one, but I'm getting a mount for the top of my truck.
Let's say.
Totally. But
So,
hoping to record more videos. Yeah,
what kind of
get up on
videos?
YouTube.
What kind of videos do you like to do? Oh, you got a flat because.
What type of video? What do you mean?
Like,
Just
you have,
content of what we're hunting.
Are you like looking to make like hunt films? I use that
or
very
like
loosely.
Yeah.
games or
Like vlogs or stuff like
I
that.
guess like film vlog mix. Like
Okay.
get a little documentary going.
Nice.
And
who are your kind of inspirations to like what you're doing? Because there has to be some form of inspiration.
I mean, the most obvious one in the Bozeman area, Steve Ranella.
Sure.
Definitely
The whole
got
meat
me
eater?
into it. Yep, meat eater.
Any other? Because you've started a bunch of different journeys kind of at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also just trying to get my fitness up and
Sure.
get on the workout grind. So Cam Haynes has been helping me get motivated with that stuff.
You lift, run, shoot every day.
Not yet. but trying to get there. I ran for the first time in years this morning, so I'm trying to
How far you go?
like mile and a half. But it was
Hey,
pretty
it's
light
Boston
job.
Marathon Day. It's a good day to run.
Yeah,
My cousin just finished up.
Oh.
4 hours, 11 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I'm still thinking about Truett though. Fucking savage.
Machine, dude.
It was like 2:38. He said he was gonna do sub 2:40 and he fucking did it.
Hell yeah.
Machine.
But anyway, Boston Marathon Day, a little mile and a half, a little jaunt.
Yeah.
So Cam Hanes, Meat Eater, anyone else? No? Is that the kind of content you consume then?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I mostly listen to. I'm trying to expand my research into the Go Hunt guys.
Big Hunt Guys podcast.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
big
exactly.
podcast.
Fun podcast.
Yeah.
They make a lot of really good hunt films as well.
Yeah, I've been checking those out online too. Shout out to those dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Sponsors.
Yeah, that's our little gag throughout this podcast.
Yep.
So just kind of getting inspired by Meat Eater, by campaigns, starting your fitness journey, archery journey,
Yeah,
backcountry hunting.
all of it.
What do you think are your main takeaways? Not just from this trip, but from like the content you consume. Like, what are your ultimate goals? Like, this is something I think is attainable within the next year, and I want to get it done. Fitness, hunting, life.
Fitness, I want to be working out like pretty consistently, you know, like kind of like what you do, maybe not every day, just with managing a full-time job and all, and the fiance. So
Congrats.
Yeah.
Shout out Sophie.
yeah, shout out Sophie. Thanks to all her support for letting me do this in the first place, because it takes out a lot of time. So just trying to manage all that. But besides that, yeah, I don't know. Just keep
Just
up the workouts.
Maintain workouts.
Yeah, and
Are you on any apps like Mountain Tough or something like that? Or are you kind of just figuring it out on your own?
figuring it out on my own. Totally. Yeah, I'm going the cheaper route as
I was going
much
to
as
talk
possible.
about this. I think we should start a fitness side to this,
Okay.
dude. Because I feel like
That's all you though.
Yeah,
I feel like I have some good like hard one. You should do this. Don't worry about this kind of workouts.
Yeah, that's fair.
But everyone's
I could be your test subject, man.
I was gonna say
Just like
we can start with
workouts.
just fucking rugging.
rucking, huge.
Nutrition too. I want to get into that and kind of expand the podcast into that too. Talk about it.
For sure.
Prep and all that with working out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really the person
I
talking
have
about.
a guy to reach out to, by the way,
Oh,
if we want to start doing fitness stuff.
I'd love to.
Yeah, I can. He said he goes on pretty much everyone's podcast that asks him, but
Sweet.
he seems like a really cool dude. So
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Swifty, I feel like would be a good man to start talking about nutrition. You're a chef.
yeah.
Oh, really?
So I spent 10 years of my life before I moved back to Montana as a chef in like Michelin star restaurants.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't talk about it because I've decided to leave that behind. But
Sure.
yeah, when it comes to like cooking, like when we get into like actually putting shit on the ground in the fall, that could be something we can start doing as well.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Figuring out ways to use underutilized parts of the body.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like rib
100%.
racks.
Yep.
Dude, rib racks are honestly one of the most. They're heavy. I get
Oh
it.
yeah,
But dude, that meat,
if you're willing to pack that out,
yeah,
okay,
100%.
leave the tendies on it, and then you have a fucking
Filet mignon, right?
well, yeah, that would be the fillet, yes, but no, you could do like a rack of elk. It'd be yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, we can work on something when we start putting bulls on the ground. What there's some wood down there. There's also some wood.
I do the peckerwood.
Yeah, there you go.
So nutrition, fitness. What about hunting? What's your kind of big goal for the year? What is something you want to get done you think is attainable?
Those are two separate things in my head right now. What I want to get done is archery bull.
Okay.
But
Okay.
first year, realistically, I drew a good tag.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Drew a fucking killer tag for a first year.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, 100%. So
I
I'm
was talking about this. You need to go
Putting it down.
scout.
Yep.
Like scout.
Yep. So I'm already planning out trips with the fiance, get out there with
Yep.
the dogs for camping.
Yep.
Go find some elk. But
You need help, let us know.
yeah, that's it. Oh, thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
that.
I love scouting. It's so much fun. Just
Oh, yeah.
fucking hanging out.
especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Bring your bows, you shoot the bows,
Oh yeah.
go walk around, put some cameras out.
Yeah. But I would really like to shoot a muley with a bow. I don't really care necessarily if it's a doe or a buck. Just to fill the freezer and just to get.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Save the does. Save the muley does.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then
Fill the freezer. Honestly, compared to last year, it was so shit last year for myself. So just gotta put meat in the freezer, bring stuff
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So life. That's the last one. What's your life goal for this year? Got a wedding coming up in what? 26?
Yep, 26 in the summer. So got some time yet. Got to save money, but
Hunting and saving money do not mix well.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I'm learning that the hard way. Definitely.
Yeah.
So is Sophie. So sorry again to her.
So
Yeah, life goals. Man, keep my job, keep making money, so I can keep making this content and
Oh yeah.
keep going at it in the woods.
yeah.
You know, hopefully
Sweet.
gain some weight too and muscle.
Same.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I need to keep losing weight. After we came back,
Same.
I need to lose it for my ultra.
True.
After we came back, I left the trip at 171. I weighed myself last night. I'm like 164.
Damn.
We put in a
That's-
lot of, and that shows you how much work we put in.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'm super sore.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that those are all very attainable goals.
Yeah,
I think they're all reasonable goals. They're all very doable.
they're different levels.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you definitely put an elk on the ground in that unit, especially because you don't have a ton of pressure.
Right.
So
That's what I'm looking forward to is less pressure. Just honestly getting out there, experiencing the elk that close and working on the calls, working on
yeah,
everything. You know.
it's a good time. Definitely a good time.
So, speaking on archery elk, tell us about your bow. Tell us about what you're set up, what you kind of want to run, what you are running, what you like arrow wise, what you're thinking. Just break it down.
You're gonna have to help me. And I got the Hoyt
X.
Alpha X.
Alpha X. Goddamn. Keep mixing it up for the Axis for some reason. If that is a bow.
The Axis.
It's a rifle.
It's a rifle. Yeah, savage.
Yeah. But I always screw that up. Anyways, I love it. Bought it used and it's just been going the range and putting arrows through it really.
Have you kind of dug into like deep diving, like tuning and all that work, or are you kind of just shop dropping?
Shop dropping for sure. At least while I was focusing on this bear season. I kind of put that in priority once we set up our trip and I had to get all the gear for that. So
Yeah. All right. So, what are you running on it?
Tell us about the accessories. What site, first and foremost?
dude, I don't know. They couldn't sold it to me.
A black gold. What is the Hunter Pro?
Nice.
Hunter
Okay.
Pro. It was a 5-pin. I made it 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slider.
Slider.
Which you need to go get fixed.
Yeah.
The
stroking
you know
perfect.
the classic black gold when you're sliding it gets stripped.
Yeah.
Yep. That they'll fix it for free though.
Oh, they're super cool. They're right,
Right in Belgrade, yeah.
Fucking yeah, down the street.
Yep. So black gold, Hunter Pro,
Okay.
slider. What else? You know your stabilizers. Talk about your stabilizers.
I got the Hoyt stabilizers.
Okay.
I got I don't know how much weight's on the front or the back.
8 and 8.
8 and 8.
So you're running a front and a back bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Still working on angles though for that back bar.
Sure.
Just put it on.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you have the 10-inch up front, 8-inch in the back.
That's just the way to do it.
Still learning all this,
Still learning.
guys. So sorry with my lack of knowledge on all the gear
That's all good.
equipment.
So you gotta learn at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm openly doing it, trying
Yeah.
to show people how to get your foot in the door
Absolutely.
with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The bow shops can be intimidating.
They are. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Definitely was nervous first couple times, but now I'm willing to show my face without any quote unquote help from Quentin. So
I mean, it also comes down to when you go in and you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Help
Yeah.
me, please. They're always super cool about helping.
yeah.
I mean, it's the bow shops, gun shops, all those places. If you're just like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have the time.
Yeah.
I will say it helps to have a repertoire. Like if they know you.
Sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I will say I've spent a lot of time at the local bow shop and have a repertoire where I can go in there and know everyone that's working and say what's up.
Rapport.
Repertoire, rapport, same thing. Essentially.
Sort of.
Synonyms.
Close enough.
Synonyms. Synonyms and pseudonyms, same thing.
Purpose.
Yeah. But it definitely makes the process a little easier because having I was fortunate where my buddy Eric, who taught me everything about archery, was the manager over there for a while, or quote unquote manager for like a year or two. So I started showing up. He introduced me to everyone, and that same group of guys is still working there. So I can go in there and be like, "Hey, what's up? How's this going on in your life?" Just call back stuff, knowing them. So it makes my experience when I go there fantastic because they know I know what I'm doing. They know I can just walk to the back room or walk downstairs and I'll pay, and they know I'm good for it. I'm not nervous about grabbing a drink from the cooler. So that helps.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about getting to know people.
Yeah, connections for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so your archery journey is going pretty well.
Yeah. I'm shooting pretty consistent up to 50 yards.
Good man.
So
50 is I like to say practice to 100 to shoot for 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the old Camian's knowledge.
Yep, that I
twice as far as you want to shoot in real life.
Yeah, that's Swifty's seen that in action with me.
Mm-hmm.
I shoot out to 130. That's where I like to shoot out till. So if I'm shooting consistent 130, I'm confident at shooting at doing that.
Should be money at 65.
Yep. I'm great at. I'm 70 yards in. I can exit. I feel confident exiting it. Second, get to 80, 86, like where I shot my antelope. A little bit of a prey shot. It's all right. We'll call him so-called person I hunted with shot a doe with his bow last year at 150.
What the fuck?
Dude, dropped it. Straight dropped it. Neck shot, dropped.
Jesus.
Okay, here's the scenario. We're hunting this local whitetail spot. Fill in the freezer.
The local whitetail spot, yeah.
You know that,
Oh, yeah.
You know the spot. So we drive up. We see this group. We sneak over this hill. I put an arrow into this doe, heart lung, 60 yards. Perfect. It runs down this depression and starts going uphill, gets sick, drops, dead. The other does run across the road. This one doe runs back over to check on this doe. Is literally just standing there. And I range, I'm like 150. And he's like, I'm gonna send him. I'm like, what? And he's through the shot. I'm watching it. Shoots. I watch the arrow and he's like, oh, I missed. And I watch the arrow fly, smack it in the neck, drops it. Like straight up, like kick him on the ground, dead. And I'm like, dude, you just fucking stoned it. And he's like, no way. And I'm like, you just stoned it.
Christ.
Thing died right there.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Completely unethical.
Hey,
But fucking
it
killed it.
happens.
Killed it with a bow at 100. But here's my argument for it. If you said you shot it with a muzzleloader at a 150 yard stick,
Mhm.
no one would care.
Yeah.
No one would care. They'd be like, oh, nice. Say you did it with a rifle, no one would care.
Yeah.
Freehand. I would argue if you are a confident shooter like this person is, he is a phenomenal shooter.
Mhm.
Like very good at like practices like consistently to 130, 140. Like has his bow dialed for those longer shots, zero wind, and is stable standing up, and killed it immediately.
No, if you can make the shot, fucking take the shot.
Yeah. So, and I was like,
Unless it's a 6.5 Creedmoor, anything over 180 yards.
he does shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor. Dude, that thing is titties though. It's like a full chassis build.
Don't care. 6.5 Creedmoor is trash. Hot take. Not really that hot. Though.
Not very hot.
No.
But yeah, stoned it. 150 yards.
Nice.
Great shot. With a hinge.
No.
With a hinge.
No.
He hunts with a hinge.
Fucking.
Kills way more shit than I kill.
Yeah, fucking.
Levi Morgan with a hinge.
Fucking. Fucking.
Wrist wrap releases, baby.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I might go back to my clicker.
Fair.
My button clicker.
I'm starting to debate going to a hinge, not for hunting, but for practice. When I get a new bow next year, I think I will.
Fair.
And honestly, hot take, might run a quobilizer.
That doesn't surprise me.
For me,
Yeah, you feel like a quobilizer kind of person. Not the total peep on the hip.
I'm debating between the two. Do you know Brockhouse?
Sounds super.
The guy.
familiar.
So you remember the Primat from last year with that
Yeah.
massive?
Yeah.
That's Brockhouse.
Okay.
So they all hunt with the primes with the quibbilizer.
Mhm.
Things look fucking sexy, really sexy.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it. If you're thinking about packing it, flip it up.
Yeah.
You don't have a front bar sticking out.
True.
That's where I think the most utilitarian
Yeah,
use
that's
comes
fair.
out of it.
That's fair.
Where if you're putting on your backpack, not bad. The only thing I would want to practice shooting it and see what the wind does with it, because that's the only issue I've heard where it will torque
Yeah, of course.
with the
Yeah,
with that much.
giant sails
Yeah.
out the front of your boat.
I want to shoot it. Maybe the 3, like the 3 one would be better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's either that or the total peep on the hip.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the total beat.
I like the concept of it.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm
I don't
not running it this year. I'm keeping them all. I've decided I don't want to change my bow from the inline setup because I've only run it in the inline setup.
Mhm.
So changing it now before season makes no sense. Shoot the bow the way it's been shot for the past few years.
Yeah, I agree.
And then if I get to it and I get a new bow, that's when I can start experimenting with new things.
I agree.
Because I know I'm getting a short axle to axle next year. Instead of the 33.
RX10.
Or it's going to be something like that, like RX.
RX10.
I might go the aluminum route.
RXX.
I might go the aluminum though.
We'll see. We'll see how shoot my bow when I get it. Yeah, RX9.
I've shot all the new bows already,
Yeah.
which is nice. I will say being able to go to bow shops and like confidently say, hey, I want to shoot this bow and have no one blink an eye and not feeling weird about it, even though they know you're not going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel at the other place.
Yeah, the other place. Fair enough. If that's how you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me shoot all of the new bows. All of your new $2,000 bows that I'm definitely not going to buy.
The prime, interestingly enough, I hate the draw cycle, but the back wall and the way it holds, I honestly really liked it. And
Interesting.
what I liked about the prime is that it's the only company I can say that did something new. Completely new.
Yeah.
Like, you can argue the Bowtech with the magnesium riser, but
Yeah, but there's no. I mean,
same mostly everything. But the new prime is like a new bow. It's a new technology. So that's why I honestly had interest in it. I'm not a prime shooter, but I was like, they actually did something new.
Yeah.
I don't dislike primes at all.
I'm indifferent.
I haven't hunted with one.
I'm indifferent to primes.
They're very much, I think, a Dakota's kind of company, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I feel like there's like in Montana, it's like more Hoyt Matthews.
Yeah.
Oregon's more Hoyt. Colorado's Hoyt Matthews. And if you get to Dakotas, it's like Prime Matthews.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like Wisconsin is all Matthews.
For obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons. But I think
Man's bought a Hoyt.
Out of Wisconsin, no.
you're not always hunting Wisconsin.
No, not at all. But in a couple of years, might be going back pretty full time. So
Yeah.
got a lot of whitetail to look forward to.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I want to do a actual whitetail hunt once in my life. Just one.
Texas. Fucking.
Hunt Swifty podcast from Texas.
I'm down.
I'd be so down. Shoot like a banger whitetail, call it good.
Just monster whitetail.
What is that range Cam Haynes goes to? Was it Cactus Jack?
I have no idea.
I think so. That place looks sick.
There's some places that grow some big ass fucking trees, and I'm not opposed to going down there.
I have desire to do it once. I like
Fair.
stand hunt once. I
Fair.
love spot and stock. I love Western hunting, but it'd be a cool experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a good time.
My dream of dreams is to live in New Zealand
To live in New Zealand?
for half the year. Fall in the United States.
Whole Remy Warren.
Exactly. That is the fucking life. Am I wrong?
No,
Like,
No.
not at all.
dude, go hunt chamois and fallow deer and red
100%.
signs in the.
I was supposed to do that in 2020.
That is what I've been trying to ask my dad for my graduation gift.
Is a big trip.
Yeah, I just want to go to New Zealand, but I'm like, hey, if we go to New Zealand, another. Hey, he looks alright. No sponge.
Well, I don't know what a rookie is, and rookies sitting at the door.
Oh.
Oh, yes. All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh, we're good with the dogs. But yeah, so that's the dream. Oh,
I want to get out to Hawaii eventually.
Yeah.
access deer.
Yeah, 100%.
You unmuted.
I am. I'm a professional, remember.
Mm.
I do this for a living.
So, before we wrap up, Swift.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some things coming down the pipe, what you're kind of thinking?
Yeah. I mean, what kind of things are we talking?
What, like, content? Like, what do you think we want to get doing?
Next big thing is going to be tag.
That's our big event.
Yeah.
Maybe a bear hunt.
Yeah, maybe a bear hunt. Ordered some cameras for the podcast, like some AS7s. Or some A7Ss. Hopefully have those in time for tag.
Yeah, I mean, if we have one, that's all.
Yep.
Hire a filmer just for tag.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I feel like this podcast kind of started because we were the only ones in the group that's going to be shooting tag every single day together.
Yeah. 100%.
So me and Swift have a whole tack event all 3 days together.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, all 3 days. Got a fucking Airbnb out in Red Lodge. It was one of 2 Airbnbs that were available.
Yeah.
The other one was $6,000 a night.
Holy shit.
It was like,
God damn.
as sick as that would be, it's a little out of my price range. But yeah, I'm actually. I mean, I guess we just talked about archery for 10 minutes. We can talk about tack a little bit.
Yeah.
Purely because it's in Red Lodge this year, and instead of Big Sky, and Red Lodge is kind of flat.
I know, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's in a ski resort.
It's on a ski resort, but like even then, it's
compared to Big Sky, it's pretty
pretty
flat mountain.
pretty tame.
Yeah, I mean, we signed up for an easy course day 1,
Did
the
we?
hardest course day 2, and then
I don't even remember.
I think we're doing loophole day 1, Sika day 2,
Yeah.
and prime day 3.
Yeah.
So we went from easiest to hardest to middle.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Oh,
have
sick.
morning slots. Thank the Lord we got morning slots.
Yeah, seriously.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
What's funny is that I shoot tack the weekend after my ultra. So I'm going to be toasted.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that whole week to recover and then shoot tack.
Try and get some. Yeah.
Gonna wear I'm thinking about wearing the origin shorts, shoot tag. Oh, one last thing I want to mention. I want to shout out Brad for being a killer tattoo artist.
This guy?
He's the one who did my squid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Just
Yeah.
sold the tattoo machine though yesterday, not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
I have one somewhere around here.
Well, if you ever want a tattoo, let me know.
So unlock your iPhone first.
Oh, the iPhone's talking.
Calm the fuck down.
You'll
Hey,
need
guys,
to turn on
dude.
location.
The psyop's over.
Siri wants a tattoo.
Yeah, dude. Straight up. He did the squid on my leg. I was gonna actually talk to you about my next tattoo.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to upgrade machines a little bit.
Yeah.
Work on shading and whatnot. But right now it's just line art.
I was gonna talk to you because I want you to do the rest of my forearm sleeve.
Oh shit. That's a big project.
So I'll tell you what I'm thinking on the pop.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking knot work, like Norse knot work, right along here. And then I was gonna do like a wolf or something right here, but in like old, you know how in like old mythology they have the like line work, like the traditional line work kind
Yeah,
of paintings, kind of like that, a caveman style wolf
Nice.
to
That'd be
represent Fenrir, the like end of the world.
Yeah.
So I was thinking kind of like the similar style as like the squid, that kind of line work with that wolf.
That'd be awesome.
Be sick.
I'm a big fan of tattoos.
Me too.
Yeah. I got
My
many
mom is not though.
oh dude, my parents.
You know, my parents hate it.
Yeah, so I keep them in places that can be covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad and I got a tattoo together.
Nice,
We got this one together.
nice.
I'm you can kind of see it. I don't really care. And then
Insert photo.
my mom used to be a deadhead, like a full.
Oh, nice.
deadhead,
Right on.
So she really doesn't care.
Okay.
Funny enough, she just got accepted for business school today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Congrats,
So,
Mom.
Thanks, mom. Congrats, mom. Happy, have fun getting your MBA
There you go.
at 50,
Nice. Hey, you know,
dude.
there's never a wrong time for it.
no, it's all online too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
basically, I'm thinking that while on the pod, I'm saying it publicly because I want at least one of my sleeves done before this summer.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get
Oh,
here,
I think before the summer, I'm like, dude, that's like, you got like 4 weeks.
yeah, when you get your stuff, let me know.
Okay, will do.
Because
That's
you did
what I want
you did a
next.
banger job on my squid. So
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
it's a dope
Looks
squid.
great.
Have you seen the photo?
No.
No. We'll insert photo. But
Insert photo of squid.
I'm trying to get my next sleeve be a elk tattoo on my.
You gotta
Right,
kill an elk
arm.
first.
yeah, you have to kill one.
You can't get an elk tattoo.
Do you know what I'm gonna do for my house decorations?
What's that?
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good tattoo, right?
that's a great tattoo.
He did a good job.
Yeah, that's really good, dude.
But
Very good.
you know the digital taxidermist?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna get my bull from this year in like a photo template from him
Nice.
for a decoration in the house.
Hell yeah.
Because I have a roommate moving out with a lot of decorations. So I need to redecorate my house.
Okay.
That'd be sweet.
Maybe a Hunt Swiftly flag. I'll buy one.
I'm not gonna say anything. There's some merch coming down the pipe.
Yes, we got merch coming soon here.
We got stickers. We got a bunch of hats.
The hats, I'm super excited.
There's a website being worked on right now. Yeah, so if you see us out and about, I usually have stickers in my backpack. So
It's like the challenge place.
yeah, 100%. Like we got a bunch of stickers. At TAC, I'll have a bunch of hats with me.
Yeah, like I said in the last podcast, have you posted that podcast yet?
No.
Okay. So this will be posted probably before that podcast.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you come up to us and recognize us and say what's up to us, we'll give you a little
Give me
merch.
some swag.
Yeah. Some swag to rep. And I think we'll probably be repping our merch as we're shooting tag.
Yeah, 100%, of course.
Yeah.
And then you'll get one retroactively because you're already here.
Hell yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I'm thinking we can get some like exclusive stuff for people who've been on the podcast.
I'm down. Like, what are you thinking?
T-shirt, hat.
Like a specific logo?
Yeah. Specifically, that if you've been on the podcast, that's the only way you can get that stuff.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Don't
I'd rep
resell it.
But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah, Brad's guest number one, technically.
there hasn't been another.
Hasn't been another.
So yeah,
Hell yeah. We'll have to get together again to record one for mine then and
absolutely.
shout you
Okay.
out.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. That's a fun setup. It's a fun time bullshitting with friends.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing about
At
it.
the end of the day, that's what it is. You're just hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or at the very least, like-minded individuals
Yeah.
that want to do the same stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what's coming down the pipe for us. And then in the near futures, we'll have more announcements, more talk on the giveaway.
Yep.
Remember, 1,000 subscribers on Instagram is going to get open up that giveaway.
Yep.
I think we're going to do it as like a random name from the follower list type thing.
Yep, I already looked into that.
Yeah. We're going to be vetting out bots.
Yep.
So it's going to be a real person.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not even close yet. This is just a
I
preemptive
think
thing.
we're at 30 subscribers, but if you're listening to this somehow, if you found this podcast on whatever podcast medium, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us on
At the
Instagram.
Hunt Swiftly podcast.
Every follow gets us closer to that goal, gets us closer to that giveaway.
Yeah.
Before we finish up, shout out to Pray Pursuit on Instagram and on Spotify. A lot of great content. You'll see me on there a lot right now.
Yeah.
It is not mine. It is Brad sitting right over here. Give him a shout, comment in his section, so showing him your support. And I think we're going to finish up now. And thank you very much for listening. We'll be back in a matter of days, I'm sure.
Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks for
course.
coming.
Sweet.
Thanks for hanging out in the dining room.
Yeah, the studio.
Yeah.
All right.
The studio.
We'll catch you later.
See ya.
Peace.